Here comes Kaya's battle. Boom! Right up the middle, and he is going to go! Then Cedar bang!
All right,
and we welcome you here to Winslow Township High School for South Jersey football, and we are underway here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. Simon Rosenwasser with you, and it's the Winslow Township Eagles here on their home field, receiving the opening kickoff in a top 20 matchup here in South Jersey.
Eagles will take over first
Winslow
down.
coming in winners of 5 straight.
At their own,
Cedar Creek, well, they haven't lost this year.
first down
7-0 for a team with one of the top defenses in the state of New Jersey. And it's the Winslow Eagles who will test that defense to start. Hamas Duran is the quarterback. Trey Thorpe is the running back for Winslow. And they are two of the primetime players, if you will, for this Winslow Eagles team and head coach Kenny Scott. They will start on the ground, and it's Trey Thorpe. Gaping hole along the left side.
5, Trey Thorpe.
And how refreshing is it to see an Eagles team run the football? And if you watched Thursday night football last night, and Trey Thorpe.
Ball's being placed at the
There he is, number 5.
Cedar Creek.
Coming in now over 500 yards on the season with that 10-yard run to move the chains. And Winslow with a good start. Trey Thorpe will line up in the slot this time. With Hamas Duran looking over at the sideline. His coaching staff, Kenny Scott, Jason Handy, among others, doing a phenomenal job with this Winslow program, potentially the biggest game here at Winslow, maybe even in 20 years, as coming in motion, it's Thorpe, shake and bake, another healthy run on first down for the senior Trey Thorpe.
Winslow Township High School, first down. Ball's at the Cedar Creek 37-yard line.
So a couple Trey Thorpe runs and Winslow in business. Thorpe to Duran's right. Why not give it right back to him? And this time, not as much success, but still, 3-4 yards on first down. Set up a 2nd and 6 coming up.
Thorpe on the carry.
Got ourselves 3 cameras here tonight, here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network, and we want to thank Coach Norm Ingram.
34-yard line.
Also the teacher of the phenomenal broadcast program here at Winslow Township. We got some students on the cameras. You may be wondering why it looks a little bit blurry. Well, there's no internet out here, so doing our best to get the game on the air and live for you here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. And that sometimes means sacrificing some video quality, but we still got the extra cameras. It's a Trey Thorpe run. Once again, 4 touches already for Trey Thorpe. And 3rd and 3 is upcoming.
Down to the Cedar Creek 29-yard line.
So trying to test this Cedar Creek football team, this defense that has not given up much all season long.
29-yard line.
Only 3 touchdowns all year given up by this Cedar Creek defense. And a 3rd and 2 now with, once again, Duran and Thorpe in the backfield. Duran looking over at Christian Hackenberg, and Hackenberg, the assistant coach for the Winslow Township Eagles. Huge story for Winslow. He was the one that originally called the timeout. You saw him make the timeout motion. So the Eagles on 3rd and 2, an important play. They're going to call timeout here
9 minutes and 11 seconds
with just over 9 minutes to go here in the first quarter. And Christian Hackenberg, the assistant coach, he is quite the voice to have in the head of Hamas Duran, who's just having a phenomenal year, the senior quarterback for Winslow Township. 1,284 yards. There is Hamas by the numbers. 1,289 passing yards, 22 passing touchdowns, 215 rushing yards, dual threat quarterback. And a healthy completion percentage as well, well over 50% for Duren. The 58.6% completion percentage. And again, that relationship he's got with a former D1 college quarterback, as this one's dropped, hit him right in the hands. Looking for James Wilson Jr. It's incomplete, 4th and 3, but we're in 4-down territory here. Again, Christian Hackenberg, the quarterback for the Penn State Nittany Lions, not so long ago even. Onward to spend some time at the NFL level and now coaching this Winslow football team, along with a great staff. And let's see how Winslow responds on a 4th and short. Cedar Creek trying to tighten up defensively. Duren with pressure, gets it away, throws it away. It's a turnover on downs. What a performance there by Cedar Creek. Couple chunk plays to start the drive and able to turn Winslow over on that 4th down play.
Pressure on the play by C.J. Resto.
C.J. Resto with the pressure.
And number 81, Kevin Doherty.
The leader of this
Cedar
Creek defense.
First down, ball
and so out comes J.C. Landicini, quarterback for Cedar Creek. JoJo Bermudez, a guy you want to keep your eye on. And I'm sure he'll make an appearance sooner rather than later. Landicini looking far side, and a little bubble screen completed. To guess who? JoJo Bermudez, the senior 5'10", 160-pound wide receiver.
Pass is complete to
who will move on to play D1 at the next level. Bermudez coming in, receiving 37 receptions here, now 38 for 781 yards. An average of 21 per catch. 7 touchdowns leads Cedar Creek. It'll be a 2nd and 5 after the short pass. And in motion is Bermudez. He comes out all the way to the near side. They will run it far side. And a good hit over there. Might have been Trey Thorpe on the tackle. But it's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 4.
Number 22 on the carry, Jaquan Howard.
Jaquan Howard on the carry for Cedar Creek.
Then we have a gain of a yard on the play. Bring up a 3rd down and 4 for Cedar Creek.
And that is going to be complete right at the sticks. I think short of a 1st down, they complete the pass to number 7.
Pass is complete to number 7, Jaden Wilson. Close to a 1st down.
In Wilson.
However, it's short. It'll be 4th down and less than a yard. I'll make that a yard for
4th and a yard
Cedar Creek.
For Cedar Creek. So we just saw a 4th down stop for Cedar Creek. Let's see if Winslow can match them. You hear the band in the background. Cheerleaders here as well. Good energy at Winslow for a big football game. A beautiful night under the lights on Friday. 4th down, converted and more for Wilson. Jaquan Howard across midfield, and it's a 1st down for Cedar Creek, moving the chains into Winslow territory. Howard coming in 666 rushing yards on the year, averaging 95 per game. First and 10 from the 49. Landicini on the end around. It's Bermudez, and not much there. He is tackled for a gain of about 2. Emerald Mitchell on the stop for Winslow.
Taken down after a short gain by number 9, Emerald Mitchell. Gain of a yard on the play. He's second down and 9 for Cedar Creek.
Second and 9. Landicini throws it away. It'll be a third and long. Good pressure from Winslow. Coming in, Kevin Thomas.
Pass attempt is incomplete from J.C. Landicini. Brings up a third down for Cedar Creek.
So a third and 9 upcoming. Cedar Creek playing in a defensive battle a couple weeks ago against Holy Spirit. Season-defining win. 7-6 was the final. And now, with a huge hit, it is completed. What a job by Landicini as he was mauled. Still completed the pass to Jojo Bermudez. How about the throw there and the ability to stand up and deliver by J.C. Landicini? And that'll move the chains on a third and long.
A Cedar Creek first down.
Emerald Mitchell bearing down on him.
Ball's at the Winslow.
And it's a first down for Cedar Creek. 0-0. Opening quarter here in a top 20 matchup here in the state of New Jersey. And that could have been more. Trey Thorpe with the tackle on Howard. Gain of 5.
Number 22 on the carry, Jaquan Howard.
Got a look at Emerald Mitchell, and there's Trey Thorpe and the defense for Winslow.
I think above 4 yards on the play.
Shout out to Sky, student
6 for Cedar Creek.
at Winslow Township High School on our field camera tonight.
Falls near the 35-yard line.
And Bermudez on the screen. He's able to escape Mitchell and comes back the other way. Bermudez, he's hit hard by Trey Thorpe. He's been everywhere. Mitchell and Thorpe, pretty much every single tackle so far. And Bermudez, to his credit, taking a play that looked like it was going to go backwards.
Reverses direction.
To a
and is taken out of bounds by
couple yards shy of that
Trey
first
Thorpe.
down marker. There's Trey Thorpe again with a good
Gain of
stop.
4 on the play. Bring up a third down and 2 for Cedar Creek.
So it's 3rd and 2 for Cedar Creek.
Three minutes and 44 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
It's another 3rd down. A little movement before the snap, and Winslow bites. And the body language from Chad Smallwood would indicate that it's against the Eagles. It is. That will move the chains. 1st and 10, Cedar Creek. Now inside the 30-yard line.
First down. Ball's at the 26-yard line. First down for Cedar Creek.
First and 10. Landicini with time over the middle. He overthrows Bermudez on the coverage. Cameron Brown for Winslow. And that'll stop the clock at 3:10, bring up a 2nd and 10.
Pass attempt from Landicini to Bermudez is incomplete. Bring up a 2nd down and 10 for the Pirates.
On second down, it's a run. And Winslow sniffing it out along the right side. Trying things with Howard. Samaj Black among those in on the tackle, along with a few other Eagle defenders. Another 3rd and long. Winslow defense has looked good. It's been tough yardage so far for Cedar Creek.
Long 9 yards to go.
And Simon Rosenwasser here with you on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. Glad you're with us. And a big play on 3rd and 9. Landicini takes the snap, but a whistle comes first.
Prior to the snap of the ball.
And it's a false start.
5 yards. Third down.
We have a penalty against Cedar Creek. False start.
So a 3rd and 9 will turn into 3rd and 14.
Ball will be spotted at the Cedar Creek 31-yard line. Excuse me. Ball spotted at the Winslow 31-yard line.
Third and 14 from the 32-yard line. Incomplete 4th down. And Cedar Creek kind of in an awkward spot here.
This is incomplete.
In terms of field position. Not a lot of room to punt. So you almost might as well go for it, even though it's going to be a 4th and 14.
4th down for Cedar Creek.
Landicini, clean pocket. And now he is drilled for a sack and a turnover on downs. Amir Wiley, as Landicini didn't see him coming. As we get another look on the replay, look at Wiley coming off the edge.
Wiley with the takedown.
And well done by our crew to get that replay in, and a huge play will turn
Winslow will take over first down.
possession back over
35
to the Winslow Township Eagles. So a couple stops by each defense. Kenny Scott and the Winslow Eagle offense get another chance. Good success on the ground with Trey Thorpe running the ball on their first drive, which started really about the same area as they're starting here. 35-yard line. And they'll give to Duran. Excuse me, they'll give to Thorpe. It'll be a holding call coming back. Good run. But Cam Miller, you could see the penalty flag come out just as that block was sealed. And this will bring a good run back.
Penalty is against Winslow for blocking the back.
In the back. 10 yards for the foul. First down.
So since it's a spot foul, it will make this a first and about 19.
Ball is at the Winslow 26-yard line. First down and 20.
They'll keep it on the ground anyway. This is a new face with the ball and a tough run from Roger Brown, the sophomore running back. Goes along the left.
Number 7 on the carry.
Picks up
Roger
about
Brown.
8 yards, 2nd and 11.
It's a gain of 8 yards. Bring up a 2nd down and 12 for the Eagles. Ball is at the 34-yard line.
Winslow 5 straight wins since opening the season with a loss to Woodbridge.
McClendon, please see Mr. Whitaker Albina McClendon, please.
And looking for a season and really program-defining win here. 2nd and 11. It's Duran letting it fly. Short completion. Finds James Wilson Jr. And it'll bring up a 3rd and about 9. So Winslow slowly but surely erasing that penalty yardage. Possibly one more play before the first quarter comes to an end.
Will be spotted at the 38-yard line. 3rd down and 8.
Malachi Brown, Zachary Thompson among those in your picture there. It looks like Winslow is going to let this clock roll down. As we're already under 10 seconds, and they'll switch sides of the field for the second quarter. And start fresh in the second frame. No score. Not too surprising. Couple good defenses and good football teams playing here from Atco, New Jersey. It's a scoreless game on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. Cedar Creek and Winslow. We'll be right back. Start of the second quarter, big play coming out. And Winslow is off and running with James Wilson Jr. inside the 5-yard line, and the Eagles are flying to the red zone.
Pass is complete to number 6, James Wilson. He takes it all the way down to the 1-yard line.
So Winslow looking like they're coming to hurry up.
First down, Eagles.
Referee timeout as the chain gang's got to hurry up. Wilson was too fast. 20 catches now on the year for James Wilson Jr. On 1st and goal, it's Trey Thorpe, and he's going nowhere. First hit by Cedar Creek's C.J. Resto, the linebacker. Bring up a 2nd and goal. Resto with a great story written about him. A silent but deadly type of linebacker leading this Cedar Creek team. Doesn't say too much, but he leads by example, and probably the biggest example of leading by example as a captain linebacker for this team. He makes a big play, but still going to be tough for Cedar Creek as a flag flies before the snap here. And we do have a ref mic.
Delay game. Open.
So delay of game against Winslow, shooting themselves in the foot and making a 2nd and goal from the 4. 2nd and goal from about the 7-yard line. Yes, the ball was originally spotted at the 2. 5-yard penalty.
Ball is now at the 8-yard line. 2nd down and goal. Ball at the 8-yard line.
Empty backfield. 5 wide for Winslow. Duran takes the snap, fires, and it's out of the reach of Thorpe. So brings up a 3rd and goal.
Pass attempt is incomplete.
And after the James
Play,
Wilson
third
Jr.
and goal
long reception
for the
on
Eagles.
3rd down, Winslow really would love to punch this ball in. Duran pumps. Up the middle he goes. Duran, touchdown Winslow.
Touchdown! Eagles! Quarterback number 11,
James Duran, as you get a look on the
goes into end
replay
zone for
here.
an 8-yard scamper.
A broken play. Good protection up front, allowing Duran to scramble in for a touchdown, and Winslow with an impressive drive. Again, only the 4th touchdown given up all year by Cedar Creek. And the Eagles lining up for the extra point. It is up. It is good for Winslow. And Timmy Bright, the
Extra
kicker,
point
to make it
is
7-0.
good.
Seven 7-0. Winslow leads against a 7-0 Cedar Creek team. Seven wins, 0 losses for Cedar Creek. They're undefeated this year. Seven to nothing Winslow. Get that fixed up on the scoreboard.
Winslow Township set to kick off. Number 3 on the return, Giovanni Ramirez is tripped up by number 3, Trey Simmons. Cedar Creek will take over at
All right, back with you here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. Cedar Creek trying to respond to that Winslow drive. "70-yard drive for Winslow. The big play, James Wilson Jr. on 3rd and 8. A 60-plus yard reception to set up James Duran for the 8-yard scramble and touchdown. Cedar Creek will keep it on the ground here to start their drive. Simon Rosenwasser here, Play-by-Play Sports Network. Our Winslow Township student crew, directed by our own Ethan Carpenter. And we're glad you're with us for this big-time matchup in
number 8,
South Jersey.
Samaj Black, along with a number of Eagle defenders. Gain of 5 on the play, brings 2nd down and 5 for Cedar Creek. Ball's
So
at
2nd
the
and 5 for Cedar
30
Creek.
yard line.
Landicini looking for Bermudez, and it was a creative stop and start that almost got him free from Trey Simmons, but Simmons in the end making the defensive
Pass
play.
attempt to number 3, Giovanni Bermudez is broken
And
up
there's
by
JoJo
number
Bermudez.
Trey Simmons.
A
3rd down and
primetime
5
option
for
for Cedar Creek. We know that The Eagles are going to be keying in on him. And good coverage that time from Trey Simmons. Near side this time is Bermudez. Simmons is going to be on him one-on-one, it looks like. Safety is Trey Thorpe. Pressure is coming. It's Mitchell. They get away quickly with the football, and good job by Landesini to recognize that pressure coming. And Aleem Parks on the catch, number 11 there, to move the chains, 1st and 10.
Picking by Cedar Creek, first down. Tackle made by number 8, Savage Black. Ball's at the Cedar Creek 36-yard line.
First down run, not much there. Emerald Mitchell in on the stop. Trey Thorpe coming in as well to stop Howard to only 2 yards on first down.
Number 3 on the carry, Giovanni Bermudez.
Excuse me, it was JoJo Bermudez on the carry
Tackled by number 9
for Cedar Creek.
Emerald Mitchell. Gain of 2 on the play. We 2nd down and 8 for Cedar Creek.
8 minutes left with a catch made at the sticks for Cedar Creek and brought down inbounds. Number 2, Elijah Smalls. See where they mark him. Be just short of the marker.
Aleem Parks. Gain of 7 on the play. Bring up a 3rd down and a yard for Cedar Creek.
Watch the ball! Watch the ball!
7:20 left here in the second quarter. And another short run. It's time for Jaquan Howard.
22, Jaquan Howard picks up a Cedar Creek first down. Tackle made by number 9, Emerald Mitchell.
Again, it's Mitchell on the tackle.
First down, Cedar Creek. Ball is at the Pirates.
Under 7 minutes to play in the second quarter. Bermudez on the screen. He's going backwards. Still gets around a couple players. Once again, turning something out of nothing. Ultimately, it's Trey Moore on the stop as you get another look at the elusiveness of JoJo Bermudez. It's a modest 6-yard gain, but once again, that could have been a 5-yard loss.
Picking up 5 yards on the play after tackle by number 2, Trey Moore.
First half moving at a good pace. Good football here. It's Howard with a big hole. And a gain of 7. And again, Trey Moore in on the stop, but Jaquan Howard, there he is, number 22. Loving the block he's getting from number 58.
First down up to the Eagles
on Cedar Creek.
40-yard line. Tackle again made by number 2, Trey Moore.
So 1st and 10 from the Winslow 40. 7-0 Winslow. Duran the touchdown run. Landesini gets it away and throws incomplete. Pressure was coming. Looking for Bermudez on the sideline. Once again, good coverage from Trey Simmons.
2nd down and 10 for.
So the clock stops at 5:17. Four receivers. Block picked up. They're going to go deep for Bermudez, and it's knocked away by Simmons again. Cam Miller also there. There he is, number 10. As we get another look.
Broken up by number 10, Cam Miller, and number 3, Trey.
And that's well done on the back end by the Winslow secondary. Brings up a 3rd and 10. 5:10 left, second quarter. 7-0 Winslow.
Yo, defense, come on now. Let's go, D.
Big play coming. Man in motion for Cedar Creek. Landesini with a flag on the field. Completes the pass to Howard, who sheds a tackle. He's got a first down and more. Jaquan Howard looking, Enzo diving. He is in there. Touchdown, Cedar Creek. There is a flag on the field.
Howard, who runs into the end zone for a touchdown.
No, I thought initially that might have been a free play for Cedar Creek, as that flag came in, and oftentimes you see encroachment and letting the offense play it out, but it looks like this one's going to come back. Wow.
On the offense. Motion man moving upfield at the snap.
And that's a tough one to swallow if you're Cedar Creek. A huge play, and it's wiped away. So a touchdown taken off the board after an illegal motion penalty.
5-yard penalty.
And it's 3rd and 15. What a swing there. Jaquan Howard showing his elusiveness, though. Shed the tackle of Samaj Black. And Cedar Creek going to have to do it again on 3rd down. So they set up the screen on 3rd down last time. Let's see if Winslow is ready for that, or maybe something else. Here on 3rd and 15. Landesini fires, and that ball is caught. Staying on his feet, still going for Cedar Creek. Elijah Smalls, touchdown, Pirates.
Touchdown, Cedar Creek. 45-yard touchdown play.
Elijah Smalls with the catch and run on 3rd and 15, and that's 2 touchdowns pretty much in a row for Cedar Creek. One wiped away after the penalty, and now the score 7-6 on for an extra point. It's up, it's good. Elijah Smalls, the touchdown catch. Matthew Best puts it through, and we are knotted at 7 here from Atco. Take a quick audio break here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. .447 left in the first half. We look at the Winslow Township schedule. And 5 wins in a row for the Eagles. Here are their last 4. Pleasantville 53-12. Big win against Camden, outlasting the Panthers 22-20. 44-7 against Timber Creek. And remember the game against Woodrow Wilson in a shootout, 32-30. So this is an Eagle team that's won in both ways. Shootouts, defensive battles, and tonight it's a 7-7 game. Both offenses showing flashes. And Cedar Creek with a 3rd and 15, touchdown. And now it looks like the Pirates are playing with some energy there after the touchdown, reinvigorating Cedar Creek, but Winslow will get the ball starting at the 33.
Winslow will have first down at their 38-yard line. First down, Eagles.
First and 10 from the 32. Beautiful night from Atco. Fake it to Thorpe. Duran will keep it himself. Fall forward for a gain of 1.
Quarterback Keith. Pick up a couple yards on the play. However, there's a penalty flag.
There's a penalty marker on the play. Get a good look at Hamas Duran.
Back.
Penalty is against the Eagles for blocking in the back.
Go to run. Block in the back. 10 yards to the foul. First down.
10 yards from the spot of the foul. We'll place the ball at the Eagles' 24-yard line.
So first and long.
Looks like we'll have
Clock runs under
first down
4:30.
and 19.
Duran with an empty backfield. Good D from Cedar Creek and Zachary Ricci. Trying to fire it in to James Wilson Jr.
By number 4, Zachary Ricci. Second down and 19.
So second and long for Winslow. Once again, 5 wide. Spread them out here. Duran looking right, hit as he throws, and this ball is going to sail out of bounds. As the pressure came in from Cedar Creek and C.J. Resto.
Out of bounds. Bring up a third down and 19 for the Eagles.
Just under 4 minutes left, second quarter. Duran firing, completing for a first down. Good adjustment there. Jacob Mitchell wasn't looking at the ball and turned around. Look at this reflex as we get another look. Duran firing this ball. And Mitchell with a good-looking catch to move the chains on third and long.
44-yard line.
So first and 10 from their own 44. It's Trey Thorpe, who's been quiet since that first drive. And he'll take this first down carry up to midfield. Remember, the first 4 plays went to Trey Thorpe.
The right side.
And got chunk yardage each time. And a good first down run to bring him
on the play up to the 50-yard line.
To the 49
the 49-yard line
of Cedar Creek.
The Pirates.
Duran sells the fake, has a first down, and he's inside the 40.
Duran picking up another Eagle first down.
Another good look at that one. At that option there. And Duran making the right read to keep it himself for the easy first down yardage.
Dead ball. Sideline warning. First one's a warning, no yardage.
Sideline warning
Eagles pick up a first down up to the Cedar Creek 40-yard line.
given to the Eagles sideline, I believe. The referee did not indicate there.
Against the Eagles.
So first and 10 from the 40. With the game 7-7,
First down,
2:45
Eagles at the 40-yard line.
and counting left in the second quarter.
2 minutes and 42 seconds remaining in the half.
Strong run from Trey Thorpe. 5'10", 185, and it's been a great story for Winslow as we get another look at Thorpe's run. Nice work on the right side of that Winslow line. And quickly to the line, 2nd and 2. It's Thorpe again. He picks up first down yardage. CJ Resto on the stop, and he helps him up. Thorpe played for Camden Catholic during his sophomore season as he comes to the sideline. Broke his wrist back in 2019. Played through it. And a little change of pace here. Roger Brown replaces him, takes the first down carry. Eagles having some success on the ground, and they're keeping it there. Not necessarily what we've been used to seeing from Winslow Eagle football.
Roger Brown.
As this team has aired it out in years past in this season as well. They're going to do so here. Got a man open, complete. Duran found his man in James Wilson Jr., who's got the biggest play of the game so far, the 60-plus yard catch to put Winslow on the doorstep. It led to that first touchdown for the Eagles.
First and goal.
It'll be first and goal from the 10. Duran keeps. And he will hold that ball out, get another couple yards, getting a block from his receiver, Cam Miller. So 2nd and goal coming up for the Eagles, 1:17 left. A timeout is called as Cedar Creek, maybe a little tired, they're going to call timeout.
Ball's at the 5-yard line. Will be 2nd and goal for the Eagles.
So 7-7, 1:17 left, second quarter. Winslow on the near side, Cedar Creek on the far side. As we look at the last few for the Cedar Creek team, 7-0 on the season. Coming off that win against Oak Crest, we mentioned the win against Holy Spirit, 7-6. Huge win for this Cedar Creek team, a team that last year not necessarily having a great year. This year really taking a step, 3-5 a year ago. This year 7-0. James Melody in his 2nd year, former assistant at Union High, placing a decade-long run by Tim Watson at Cedar Creek, and he's done a great job turning this program into a quality one this year. Touchdown Winslow! Out of the timeout, wide open man, it's Cameron Brown.
Eagles. 5-yard touchdown pass from number 11, Hamas Duran, to number 12, Cameron Brown.
So Duran
Township High School Eagles
leads the Eagles down the field, and how about the offensive game plan for the Winslow Township Eagles? It's 13-7, and Cameron Brown getting some love on the near sideline. Kick is up, kick is blocked. It'll remain 13-7.
Extra point is blocked by Cedar
But
Creek.
damage done for the Winslow Eagles.
Making the score, Winslow Township High
Second
School Eagles
touchdown
13,
of the first half,
Cedar Creek
and
High
only
School
the
Pirates
5th touchdown allowed by Cedar Creek
1 minute and 12 seconds remaining in the first
in the
half.
entire season.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen,
So
at
Winslow,
halftime,
if you didn't
we'll be presenting,
think they were legit, well, they're looking it here in this first half of play at home. On a homecoming night, no less.
in Queens.
There's Kenny Scott, head coach for the Winslow Township Eagles, and what a job Coach Scott has done.
We also have a concession stand open, so if you're
Have to talk to him before the game. I know he was at the Philadelphia Eagles game last night.
something to eat, please visit the concession stand.
One of the most pleasant people that you will deal with really in South Jersey, and has just done a phenomenal job. The culture here at Winslow has changed. We talked about this game being really one of the biggest in the last 2 decades here at Winslow, and Coach Scott is a big reason for the strong turnaround of this football program. 1:12 left. Second quarter. And the band's going to have to keep playing a little longer as the football came off the tee. Timmy Bright to kick it away. JoJo Bermudez among those ready to receive. It'll be Jaquan Howard, though, who picks it up off the turf. And strong running, breaks a couple tackles. Jaquan Howard will get just shy of the 40-yard line. And with 1:05 left in the second quarter, defining drive here for Cedar Creek.
Howard on the return. Swarmed by a number of Eagle defenders, bringing him down at the Cedar Creek 38-yard line. First down.
All right, 1:05 left. First and 10, Cedar Creek from their own 38. Landicini, an open man. Right side out of bounds. Aleem Parks, the target and the catch.
Pass completed to number 11, Aleem Parks.
Third catch on the game for Aleem Parks.
Pick up on the play of 3.
And the
7
clock
yards.
stops at 58 seconds.
Second down and 3. Ball is at the Cedar Creek 45-yard line.
Second and 3, Landicini. This time completing to Elijah Smalls. Only 5 seconds off the clock, out of bounds as well.
Pass completed to number 8.
And it'll be a first and 10 from the 49.
Thomas.
Smalls, the big play on the game for Cedar Creek, the 40-yard touchdown catch.
49-yard line.
First and 10, Landicini, time and looking deep. Completes it, but out of bounds. Throw took him too far to the sideline. Zachary Ricci made the catch. Trey Simmons and Trey Moore on the coverage. Second and 10, 47 seconds left on the clock.
For Cedar Creek. .9 seconds remaining in the first half.
Here's Bermudez on the bubble screen. Tripped up, tackle Trey Simmons.
Screen pass to number 3.
And a timeout taken.
Bermudez is defended
by Cedar Creek.
Number 3, Trey Simmons.
Timeout. Open.
Pick about 3 yards on the play.
So second timeout taken.
7.
Let's take a look at the standings.
Timeout called by
here in South Jersey. This is a big time matchup. in the West Jersey Memorial Division. Both teams pretty much clinching playoff spots, and we take a look at the Cedar Creek Pirates atop of this Memorial Division. They're 7-0. Winslow 5-1, but that conference record is what determines the conference standings in the West Jersey Football League. In the Memorial Division, and Winslow would leapfrog Cedar Creek with a win. 38 seconds left here in the first half. It's 13-7. Eagles leading the Pirates. And it's a 3rd and 7 for Cedar Creek. Ball spotted at their own 46-yard line. Landicini looking deep. No one's in the area. Off the mark, and that's not a good look out of a timeout either. Zachary Ricci with his hands in the air. As he went inside, the ball went outside.
Bring up a 4th down for Cedar Creek.
And that's a 4th and 7.
32.3 seconds remaining in the half.
So with 32 seconds left, Cedar Creek, if they don't pick this up, Winslow might have a couple shots at the end zone. Their defense trying to pump up the crowd here as marching band gets the drum beat going as well. Big play, 4th and 7. Across the middle, it is incomplete. They hit him in the hands, but Aleem Parks could not haul it in. It's a turnover on downs. 28 seconds left.
Incomplete. Taking a
one more look.
Number 12, Cameron Brown.
The right call. And footsteps there from number 12, Cameron Brown.
At their 46-yard line. 28.4. That is 28
seconds left on the clock. So we'll see how conservative, and it looks like the Eagles are going to be conservative, content with a lead heading into halftime. Duran kneels it out, and that will do it for the first half of play. Good half, though, from Winslow. Hamas Duran, an 8-yard touchdown run, and then a touchdown pass.
The Winslow Township High School Eagles 13.
Finding Cameron Brown for the second touchdown of the game. Touchdown for Cedar Creek. Went to Elijah Smalls, but the Pirates trailing the Eagles as we get a look at the hometown Winslow Township Eagles heading to the locker room. We'll take a break as well here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. We'll come back for the 3rd quarter of play. This is live high school football, live on the Play-by-Play Sports Network, and we'll see you in a little bit. New Jersey for the beginning of the second half
Welcome to the second half.
of this football matchup between Winslow and Cedar Creek. Going to take a look at some of the scoring plays in a moment. 13-7 is your score as Winslow leads. And we look at the first touchdown here. Hamas Durin, as Winslow was able to kick the extra point, make it 7-0. And then the screen from Jaquan Howard. This was actually the one that was called back. And on the very next play, Elijah Smalls took it in for a score, a 40-yard pass and catch. And here was Cameron Brown wide open on the near side for a touchdown, as we are off and running here in half number 2. Simon Rosenwasser here with you on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. Ethan Carpenter, our director. Our crew consisting of all Winslow Township students, and they're doing a great job. And it will be a Cedar Creek possession to start here in quarter number 3. And it will be J.C. Landicini lining up as the quarterback in the shotgun, and he'll hand off to Jaquan Howard on first down. And Trey Thorpe with the tackle. Momentum stopped by Emerald Mitchell, and, well, those are the two players who have really done some good things so far. We get another look at the Hamas Durin touchdown. Trying to show you the replay of the Emerald Mitchell tackle with Trey Thorpe actually finishing things off. But Thorpe and Mitchell have been all over the place on the defensive end. Mitchell from the linebacker spot and Thorpe playing safety. Second down pass caught. It'll bring up a 3rd and 5.
Pick up on the play of 5 yards. Bring up a 3rd and 6 for Cedar Creek Pirates.
So big play coming here.
3rd down.
3rd down for Cedar Creek. Winslow defense has played well. And this ball is caught up the near sideline. It'll be a first down. Trey Thorpe on the tackle with number 81 in Kevin Doherty. His first catch of the game. Dropping it in the basket. A couple Winslow Eagles canceling each other out.
First down at the Winslow 43-yard line.
And it'll be a first down and 10 from the 43. Jaquan Howard trying the left side on first down. He's got another move of the chains and a little bit more as Cedar Creek is moving here in half number 2.
Picks up another Cedar Creek first down. Up to the Winslow 30. Make that the Winslow 28-yard line. First down, Cedar Creek. Touchdown, Cedar Creek, number 22.
Touchdown, Jaquan Howard.
Howard goes 28 yards.
28 yards on the run, and Cedar Creek has tied this game up at 13.
At 10 minutes and 24 seconds in the third quarter, Cedar Creek scores a touchdown.
So we are knotted up at 13. Cedar Creek will take the lead, 14-13 with the extra point. It's good. And the Pirates come out here in quarter number 3 and take the lead.
Pirates 14, Winslow Township High School Eagles 13. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, let's give a warm welcome to our very own Olympian, Mr. Jordan Burroughs, who recently won his 6th world title in wrestling. Jordan's located at the end of the track, and we just like to say, way to go, Jordan!
All right, so Winslow will look to respond here, their first touch of the second half. After Cedar Creek with a good start to quarter number 3, Jaquan Howard on the run. And we've got ourselves a good ball game here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. Trey Simmons among those back to receive. Won't get to him. Instead, it's Cameron Brown hitting the hole across the 40-yard line. And Cameron Brown, who caught the Winslow Eagle touchdown in the first half.
Taken by number 12.
With a decent return.
Cameron Brown.
Good performance by Winslow, especially considering who they are playing. A top-notch defense in the Cedar Creek Pirates.
Winslow have first down.
And out they come, the Eagles on 1st and 10 from officially the 42 to start.
First down.
It'll be Duran to keep, and Jaquan Howard was right there to make the stop. Had a little help from Elijah Usher as well. Duran short gain on first down. Bring a 2nd and 8 up.
2 yards. Bring up a 2nd down and 8. Ball is at the Eagles' 45-yard line.
Duran with Thorpe next to him. Had a good first half, and Trey Thorpe his first touch of the 3rd quarter. And that is his shortest run of the game. Still positive yardage, a gain of 1, but it brings up a 3rd and long for Winslow. Now finding themselves trailing in this game for the first time.
For the Eagles.
Missed extra point by Winslow on their 2nd touchdown, the difference in the game so far. First 3 minutes of the 3rd quarter. Cedar Creek crowd making some noise on the far side as this ball is incomplete. Nowhere near James Wilson Jr. Some miscommunication as he was running straight, thrown behind him, and Winslow will bring out the punting unit. So play the field position game in a 1-point game. Will Kenny Scott and the Winslow Eagles. 4th and 7. Cedar Creek probably going to have to be on their toes looking for a fake. Couple men back to return for Cedar Creek, Aleem Parks and Elijah Smalls. James Wilson Jr. is in punting position. They snap to him, and it's a booming kick. It's going to go over the head of JoJo Bermudez, who bobbles and now has some room. The dangerous JoJo. And he is shy of the 30-yard line, a good return. on a quality punt there from James Wilson Jr. So Cedar Creek already with a touchdown. 1.5 minutes into their first drive of the third quarter. And now, after a quick 3-and-out by Winslow, we'll come out with a 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line. Landicini setting up the screen to Jaquan Howard. Gets past Admiral Mitchell, lowers his shoulder up the middle. It'll be a gain of 7 with Trey Thorpe on the stop. Jaquan Howard just touching pay dirt on the last drive. 35-yard touchdown run for Jaquan Howard. It's his 12th touchdown of the season. 2nd and 2. Howard keeping it on the ground, and a juke past the 45. And that's where he stopped once again. And Trey Thorpe involved on the stop. Trey Moore also for Winslow. Moves the chains, 1st and 10. Here in the third quarter. Cedar Creek breaks the huddle, now ready for a 1st and 10 play. Landicini wants it all. JoJo Bermudez was the closest receiver in the area. We now have a Cedar Creek receiver slow to get up. Elijah Smalls calling for a sub. He's going to get up and walk off under his own power. There's JoJo Bermudez. Been held relatively in check in this one. And Elijah Smalls trying to get up and run to the far side under his own power, but wasn't able to make it there. So not a good look there, as he is going to get attended to by the Cedar Creek staff. And 7-0, this Cedar Creek team. And you get a look at the far side with the huddle for the Cedar Creek Pirates. And their head coach in James Melody, 2nd season. Again, a former assistant at Union High School. And turning a 3-5 team last year. Team that was without a senior class that had graduated and a big hole left. In a transition year, and this season, a 7-0 squad, which coming into the game allowing only 21 points. So that's up to 34 now, with Winslow putting 13 on the board here in this one. But Cedar Creek offensively now trying to click here in the second half. This ball out of bounds. Intended target JoJo Bermudez. It'll be 3rd and 10.
Third down and 10 for Cedar Creek.
In comes Jeremiah Taylor for Winslow, replacing Jalen McCain. And a big 3rd down here. They're going to hand it off to Howard on 3rd and 10, and Howard finding room on the right side. With some speed, it's Thorpe who brings him down in the end, but Jaquan Howard as Cedar Creek keeps it on the ground. Look at this run from Howard. Good physical running, and almost took it to the house if not for the safety. So Juquan Howard starting to eat as a flag comes out. There was already a sideline warning. And this is the second one against Winslow, so the flag actually comes out, and they might get penalized some yards for this one. As you get a look at that Winslow Township sideline. First and 10. It's Juquan Howard. And nice play, backfield by Trey Simmons. Juquan Howard trying to get around the edge, and Simmons with him step for step. As Howard will take a breather.
Gain on the play, bring up a second down and 10. Ball is at the 25-yard line.
So from the 25-yard line, it's Cedar Creek with the football. They've had the ball pretty much the entirety of this third quarter. Late substitution for Winslow. And Amir Wiley able to get into position. 5 wide for Cedar Creek. It's Landacini thinking end zone. Bermudez caught it. Touchdown, Cedar Creek. JoJo Bermudez. And JoJo is a man. A touchdown for the Pirates. As over the middle, a contested catch for Bermudez.
For a Cedar Creek touchdown.
So 20-13, and here's the extra point. It's up. It is good. And Cedar Creek with 2 touchdowns here in the second half to take a 21-13 lead. 14 unanswered points for the Pirates.
21. Winslow Township High School Eagles 13. With 6 minutes and 3 seconds remaining.
And with 6:03 left.
Quarter.
It's an 8-point advantage. For this Cedar Creek team. We'll leave you with some Nat sound. Be back in a moment. All right, so the tides have turned here in this big-time football matchup in Jersey. Winslow now down by 8. Still a one-possession game. And, oh boy, big high hits. Dished out. As good to see getting up on the return was Jabez Coney.
Cedar Creek.
I believe that was Daniel Martinez of Cedar Creek on the stop. It'll be a 1st and 10, and you can see in the play of this Cedar Creek Pirates team, the energy has just been on an upward trajectory for James Melody's squad. It's a big defining drive here for Winslow. Can they respond? They went 3 and out on their only possession here in the third quarter. Start with an empty backfield, and it's Hamas Durin with time, completes. And down to a knee is Trey Simmons with the reception.
Trey Simmons for a Winslow Township High School first down. Ball's at the 47-yard line.
Duran, plenty of time again. And flag is out. Cam Miller drew the flag. Jaquan Howard on the coverage.
Flag on the play.
$15-yard penalty.
Pass interference penalty against Cedar Creek. $15-yard penalty. Ball will be spotted at the 39-yard line of Cedar Creek.
So 1st and 10 for Winslow at the 39-yard line. Eagles break the huddle. And Duran, once again, alone in the Winslow backfield. He's been really impressive today. Finds his man on the far side, and dragging his defender is Trey Simmons. Strong catch and yak.
Complete to number 3, Trey
Another
Simmons.
look at the pressure coming from Martinez of Cedar Creek. And that's well done by Duran to throw the other way and find the one-on-one coverage.
2nd down and 2.
Looking end zone this time. Oh, it's just out of the hands of Cam Miller. Jaquan Howard on the coverage.
Pass attempt to number 10, Cam Miller, goes incomplete. A 3rd down and 2 for Winslow Township.
There's Cam Miller. Great shot from, once again, Sky, our camera op. Keep it on the ground here on 3rd and short. It was Trey Thorpe on the carry. And a 1st down
Trey Thorpe on the carry
for Winslow inside the 30-yard line.
First down. Coach will be calling for a measurement for 1st down yardage.
I have a measurement here. See how close Winslow got. Out comes the chain gang.
Number 81.
Naked Eye told me he got the 1st down. Let's see where the official spot is, and it will be a 1st down. Winslow. Trey Thorpe. Little nod of the head.
First down.
First and 10 from the 30. Thorpe left side. Tackle made by Cedar Creek and Makai Harvey. Trey Thorpe with good yardage on 1st down, 6 yards.
Knocked down by number 9.
And Thorpe will head off. Be replaced
Pick up a 6 on the play, bring up a 2nd down.
by Roger Brown.
Ball is at the 24-yard line of Cedar Creek.
.315 left. 3rd quarter. Winslow driving. It's Brown on the carry. Nowhere to go. Tackle made by Jamal Chapman.
Stopped immediately by number 6, Jamal Chapman.
So backwards goes Brown. Back in comes Thorpe for the third down and, I'll call it 6 here for Winslow. But probably 4 down territory for the Eagles. Down by 8. Duran for the end zone. He overshoots his man. It's intercepted. Elijah Smalls.
Pass is intercepted.
And Winslow says, "You're killing me, Smalls." A touchdown offensively for Elijah. And he brings one in the end zone here for a touchback.
Will take over.
And just an overthrown ball into double coverage as Elijah Smalls makes the play. He is making a case for player of the game for Cedar Creek. And Winslow responds defensively as the Cedar Creek defense does what they do and have been doing throughout the season. Keep it on the ground with Juquan Howard, and this strikes me as the kind of running back that you want to have on your team trying to close out a game. Cedar Creek up by 8. Howard has looked good and really has looked better as the game has gone on. 2nd and short.
Howard on the carry. Picking up about 8 yards on the play.
Remember, we've got a lot of two-way players on this Winslow squad, so fatigue, well, it's going to be a factor.
Ball's at the 28-yard line of Cedar Creek.
Howard next to Landicini, and why not just hand it off to Juquan Howard again? Howard breaking free, and off to the races is Juquan Howard for a Cedar Creek touchdown.
Number 22, Juquan Howard.
Juquan Howard, his 2nd touchdown of the 3rd quarter, and Cedar Creek is rolling here in the 2nd half. And take a look at the speed from Howard. He's out racing some speedy legs of the Winslow secondary. And a huge game for one of the best backs in the state of New Jersey. Juquan Howard
Extra point is good.
Is just rolling here for Cedar Creek. Putting his foot on the gas pedal, and Cedar Creek with 21 points here in the 3rd quarter to Winslow's 0. So what a swing. Winslow down by 8, driving, throws an interception, and another quick offensive series courtesy of Juquan Howard. And the Pirates feeling good. If Winslow's going to get back in the game, it's going to be because of Hamas Duran. We know that he's going to have a big game, and there's Christian Hackenberg to his left, former Penn State Nittany Lion quarterback and NFL player. And what a special relationship and opportunity that Hamas has to have a guy with the pedigree of Coach Hackenberg next to him. And going to have to shake off that last interception. But remember, Cedar Creek not giving up a lot of points this year. As Trey Thorpe with hard running and some extracurricular activity here on the Winslow sideline. No flag coming out. So down by 15 points now, and we're just over 13 minutes to go in the game. This is, well, you could probably say the ball game for Winslow. A tragic result on this drive would likely result in Jaquan Howard getting the ball and starting to run out the clock. I know you don't often say that in the third quarter, but with the way that Cedar Creek's defense has played this season, not necessarily tonight, it's the largest point total they've given up all season long. It's going to be tough to put up 15 points right now if you're Winslow. So the comeback's got to start sooner rather than later is the point. Trey Thorpe, like he was going to break it for a bigger one. He does get at least 10 yards on first down. Final minute of play here in the third quarter. And we get a look on the replay of Trey Thorpe's first down run, running away from the edge rusher and Jamal Chapman of Cedar Creek. And they actually mark him short a yard, 2nd and 1. Sticking with Trey Thorpe. And he's across the 45 for another Eagle first down.
Thorpe running hard around the left side. Picking up an Eagle first down.
Another look.
Balls at the Cedar Creek 43 yards.
Again, our Winslow Township High School student crew. And another big shout out to Coach Norm Ingram, the man here for the broadcast class here at the Winslow Township High School. And his phenomenal group of students helping us out tonight with a multi-cam production. And doing a good job. 1st and 10. Final seconds of the third quarter. Duran will snap it. And he had his man, but went a little short for Trey Simmons. Clock stops at 0, and that will do it for the third quarter of play. We will go to quarter number 4. What a third quarter for Cedar Creek. 21 unanswered points and a 15-point lead heading to the final frame. We'll be back. Trey Thorpe on the first play of the fourth quarter.
Cedar Creek 31-yard line.
And once again, it's Thorpe. As Thorpe, a couple carries here. to start the final frame. 2nd and 5 with Winslow in pretty much must-score mode.
2nd down and 5.
Duran lost the football! Cedar Creek's got it, and it'll be 1st and 10 Pirates.
Fumble picked up by Cedar Creek.
And it just slipped out of the hands of Hamas Duran. Another look.
They're on 35-yard line.
Was he expecting it? Oh, boy. So Duran with an interception on the previous possession and then fumbles here on this one, both ending Winslow Township drives. And now Cedar Creek with a 15-point lead. And Juquan Howard starting to eat. Feeling good are the Pirates. Chunk yards on 1st down for Cedar Creek. Winslow going to need a turnover of their own. Going to be tough to win a football game when you turn the ball over late in critical drives.
Cedar Creek was at the 42-yard
It's Howard, and he will be stacked up just shy of the 45. Got to get to the 45 for a 1st down. It brings up a 3rd and 1. And the marching band here at Winslow trying to make some noise, get this energy up for Winslow.
Winslow defenders. 3rd down and a yard to go. Ball is at the 44-yard line.
3rd and 1. We'll give it to Howard on 3rd down, and he is hit behind the line of scrimmage. Huge tackle for Winslow. As Samaj Black comes in to stop him for a loss of 1, and out comes the punting unit for Cedar Creek. So still a 2-possession game, and Winslow does their job there on that defensive possession. It's a 3 and out if Cedar Creek indeed punts here. JoJo Bermudez is back to punt, and we know how dangerous he can be. Bermudez will kick it away, and it's a low punt that will be picked up by Winslow. Trey Thorpe's got it, and Trey Thorpe across the 35-yard line. So it could have been worse if you're Winslow. Hamas Duran, new life for the Eagles after that fumble. The defense does its job to force a 3 and out. And we've got ourselves a competitive ball game here in the 4th quarter. 8:41 to go.
Well, they'll take over 1st down.
As Winslow huddles up. Player down for Cedar Creek, and that's Jamal Chapman. Maybe take a look at some upcoming schedules.
Now called by Winslow.
As we've got Chapman down. 28-13 the score, 8:41 to play. Winslow will take on Holy Spirit next week right here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. And then St. Joseph on Thanksgiving Eve, which we'll have here. There are some games that will be on the docket in between those, as Winslow has pretty much clinched a playoff spot. Obviously, the where and when still to be determined, and who they'll be facing off against to be determined, and a lot to do with how the Eagles perform in this game and next week against Holy Spirit, which is going to be a tough matchup. Top team in New Jersey. First down throw and a strong catch and run by Trey Simmons. Got some good-looking seniors, including Simmons for the Eagles. Simmons, a two-way player, and hand on hips, probably a little tired. He's been playing some good defensive back, but they're going to need him to dig down deep and probably make some plays offensively to get back in this game. Down by 15, 2nd and 1 here in the fourth quarter. Threatening pressure is Cedar Creek. Duran across the middle, incomplete. Looking for James Wilson Jr.
Pass is incomplete. It's going to be third down.
So it'll bring up a 3rd and short. Second and short, often a good time to try to throw the ball down the field, and an incomplete pass. Really not a big loss for Winslow with the clock stopping and trying to get back into this game. So 7:58, Thorpe comes into the backfield on 3rd and 1. And they will give it to him. Thorpe stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and that's going to bring up a 4th and 4, and Thorpe is slow to get up. Oh no, he's holding his left hamstring as he was stopped by Daniel Martinez, and this is not what Winslow needs.
Tackle made by number 14.
That left calf.
Daniel Martinez.
As Daniel Martinez, and you got to look at Trey Thorpe.
On the play, bring up a 4th down and 3.
Running back for Winslow has been phenomenal today and all season long. We talked about how tough of a kid he is coming over from Camden Catholic. He broke his wrist in a game early in his sophomore season. Played through the pain in that one. And it's not looking like he's going to be easily playing through the pain here. And we hope that Trey Thorpe is okay. Thorpe coming up over to the sideline, and good to see him walking under his own power. We hope it's just a cramp. More importantly, it's a 4th and 4. Maybe a short 4 for Winslow, but Cedar Creek defense, not surprising, has come to play. Winslow got to find something here on 4th down. In their own territory. No choice but to go for it. Here comes the pressure. Duran fires, incomplete. Just has not been on time with James Wilson Jr. since the first quarter. And out comes the Winslow defense. Cedar Creek takes over on downs with 7:30 to go.
At the Winslow 44-yard line.
First and 10, Cedar Creek. They went 3 and out on their last drive. And JoJo Bermudez on the end around with a flag on the field. Another Winslow Eagle slow to get up. It's Trey Simmons now. And out comes the Cedar Creek training staff to deal with him. As the penalty, as you saw, was against Cedar Creek. It's Trey Simmons down. And there's the official call, holding against Cedar Creek.
First down.
As we
20.
maybe take a look at the Cedar Creek upcoming schedule. And there it is, just one game left on the docket for the Pirates, and it's the Panthers of Camden. Team that played Winslow tough, 22-20 the final when Winslow played them. And Cedar Creek hoping to go into that game with an 8-0 record. As Trey Simmons walks off under his own power. Second Winslow Eagle to go down in recent memory. Trey Thorpe not on the field for Winslow. And it's been a second half to forget if you're the Winslow Eagles. Played tough in the first half, led 13-7 after 2 quarters. But Cedar Creek coming to play out of the halftime break. How about James Melody making the adjustments as they have won the battle in the trenches here in the second half. And now with a 1st and 20 after the penalty. Jaquan Howard still the back. They'll give it to him. And Jaquan Howard with a good run. Gain of about 8 yards. He's a good-looking running back. 5'9", 194 is what he's listed at. Coming into the game, averaging 95 yards on the game, per game, I should say. And he's got well over 100 yards here in this one. The long touchdown run, which went for 70, had a touchdown called back. But it's going to be the Jaquan Howard show, with Cedar Creek trying to run out the clock. We approach 6 minutes left. Cedar Creek taking all the time that they can. Landicini on the delay gives to Howard, and he's hit from the back. Chad Smallwood on the tackle for Winslow. 3rd and 14.
Tackled by number 52, Amir Wiley.
Amir Wiley also in on the stop for Winslow.
For Cedar Creek.
3rd down and 15. .5:19 left, timeout called. As the Eagles will take it. Critical 3rd down play. We've had a lot of critical plays in this one, but
Okay, ladies and gentlemen,
it has been Cedar Creek here in the second half. Elijah Smalls having a nice game. Big play for him. J.C. Landicini has taken care of the football and has done well to manage the offense. Cam Miller, freshman wide receiver for the Winslow Township Eagles. Yes, freshman, and he has made some plays as well. Number 10. He is a good-looking player. 5'11", 175, and sometimes you see players at the high school level, and you know they've got a future if they can do all the right things off the field, and Cam Miller certainly has one if he continues to develop. He's defending here on JoJo Bermudez, and Bermudez brings it in inside the 5-yard line. That's a senior over a freshman. What a catch from JoJo Bermudez. You weren't going to keep him down for the whole game. Bermudez did catch a touchdown earlier in the half, but it wasn't as impressive as that throw and catch. And Bermudez, with some good coverage by Cam Miller, hauls it in on 3rd and long. What a reception. And it's first and goal for Cedar Creek, under 5 to play, as they are looking to put the nail in the coffin here. Jaquan Howard, touchdown Cedar Creek. 4th touchdown of the second half for the Pirates. And Cedar Creek sinking the Winslow Eagle ship. All of a sudden, 34-13. The game feels a lot closer than the score looks. But everyone knew where that ball was going. As Jaquan Howard scores touchdown number 3 on the day. And with 4:38 left in quarter number 4, it's Cedar Creek 35, it's Winslow 13 here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. Cedar Creek on its way to an 8-0 start this season. Coming in ranked the number 7 team, as we maybe take a look at those standings again. As these two teams were battling for the top of the Memorial Division, you take a look at the current standings. Winslow going to play Holy Spirit next week, a gauntlet of a few opponents for the Eagles, playing Cedar Creek and Holy Spirit. You've got some good teams in this division, with Cedar Creek going to move on to 7-0, barring an absolute miracle.
Please come out and join Winslow Township as they celebrate 20 years as Winslow Township School District. Thank you.
Nice return here for Winslow, and Trey Simmons, good to see him looking healthy. He was a little slow to get up on that last possession. So Hamas Duran will come back out to anchor the offense and see what Winslow can do, as they have not scored here in quarter number 3 or 4. And that's certainly the story of the game here. 28 unanswered points in the second half for Cedar Creek. No Trey Thorpe. He is on the sideline, on the bench with an injury. So the new running back, as they also lost Roger Brown. Duran running for his life, and Martinez will get him for the sack. Daniel Martinez has inserted himself into this game as a highlight player.
Loss of a yard on the play, bring up 2nd down and 11, balls at the
huge plays from Daniel Martinez tonight, and there's a sack to bring Winslow back a yard. The running back for Winslow in on the game right now is Cameron Brown. He'll come into the slot. Brown catching a ball as a wide receiver, but Winslow down there starting and backup running backs now, with Thorpe and Brown out. So Duran will throw across the middle. He's got Trey Simmons.
Pass is complete to number 3, Trey Simmons.
Hurry up offense for Winslow. Clock stops for the spot. Duran with a little bit of time. Almost a circus catch for Cameron Brown out of the backfield. Goes into double coverage. Good coverage there by Cedar Creek. C.J. Resto
for the Eagles.
And it's 2nd and 10. C.J. Resto again with the play defensively. He's going to get flagged for taunting, though.
Number 10, Cam Miller is incomplete.
C.J. Resto, one of those players, again, who leads by example and with his play on the field. And he's going to get flagged for that unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
We have a unsportsmanlike penalty against Cedar Creek. 15-yard mark. I'll spot the ball down to the Cedar Creek 20.
Emotional game. It was a good play by C.J. Resto.
First down, Winslow.
And the team up by 22. Probably has some breathing room to be able to make a mistake like that. But anyway, it's a 1st and 10 for Winslow. 3:28 to play. Still got to spread them out wide. Duran with a clean pocket. Almost intercepted. Looking for Jacob Mitchell, and instead it went off the hands of Elijah Smalls, who intercepted Duran earlier in the half. And Smalls thinks he should have caught that one. Smalls, the big touchdown for Cedar Creek in the first half, and then, again, probably the turning point, really, was the interception by Elijah Smalls with Winslow driving, only down by 8 early in the 3rd quarter. Five wide for Winslow. Duran escapes Martinez. Here comes the flag. And he scrambles out of bounds, but this one will probably come back as Martinez was held.
Chased out of bounds. However, we have a penalty flag on the play.
Wow, Daniel Martinez flagged for the penalty. So face mask against Martinez, trying to work himself through the block. And that's a 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. So Winslow going to inch themselves closer and closer, well within the red zone now. And with 3:15 to play, you're probably thinking touchdown and onside kick if you score.
First down, Winslow with 3 minutes and 15.
Only 3:15 left in the game. Duran looking for Miller. Dropped. To be fair to Cam Miller, the ball was a little behind him. It didn't take him towards the end zone. It took him away from the end zone.
Second down and 10 for the Eagles.
Incomplete pass stops the clock with 3:10 left. Duran, the jump ball in the end zone. No flag there as Jacob Mitchell was begging for one. It brings up a fourth down. Third down and 10 coming. Ball spotted at the 12. Duran, end zone, incomplete. There's the flag from well behind the play. Cam Miller, the intended target.
Pass into the end zone is incomplete.
It'll be pass interference against Cedar Creek with 3 minutes to go.
And a second penalty flag on the play.
And it looks like a penalty against the Cedar Creek bench is also going to come in. Yeah, the Cedar Creek team does not like to give up points. It's been evident here in 2021.
We had defensive pass interference. Just hit the distance. Then we had a dead ball sideline warning, which is a 5-yard penalty hit the distance, and we'll see where it ends up.
The ref says we'll see where it ends up.
2 penalties on the play. Pass
Half the
interference
distance to the
sideline
goal
warning.
on both penalties, and
Third down.
it'll still be 3rd down and short for Winslow. So a gain of about 9 yards as a result of those 2 penalties. Couple half the distance to the goals. Referees call timeout here. Guess got to make sure that they put the ball in the right spot. They'll leave it at the 4-yard line. Referee's still trying to figure it out here. It's going to take the whole crew coming together. Again, 3 minutes left at Cedar Creek. Putting their foot on the gas pedal here in half number 2, 35-13. With Winslow looking for some points here in the second half.
Third and a yard.
3rd and a long yard for Winslow. I think he's short of the goal line. Got the first down. They will stop the clock for the spot, but no touchdown signal for Winslow.
No gain on the play. First down.
Touchdown, Hamas Duran. As the Eagles score,
Into the end zone
it's the
for
second
Winslow.
rushing touchdown of the game for the quarterback for Winslow. And it's 35-19 as we get another look on the replay of Duran going left side, easy hole, with Kevin Thomas doing a nice job at the left tackle position to make it easy for the Eagles. And Duran going to go for 2, down by 16. Ball on the money that time to James Wilson Jr. He's into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. 35-21 with 2:44 left in the 4th quarter. So finally something to cheer about if you're Winslow.
2 minutes and 44 seconds remaining in tonight's contest.
Marching band doing some good work here. And they have been trying to keep the energy high on homecoming all night long. 2:45 to play. Timeout Cedar Creek.
Cedar Creek High School calls time out.
Take a quick audio break here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. Simon Rosenwasser here, back with you on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. Our Winslow Township student crew.
For the kickoff.
And a flag will go against Winslow for offsides on the kickoff. Again, we thank you for joining us. No, it's a big game in South Jersey. I know that the picture quality is probably not, you know, ESPN, Fox Sports, NBC Sports-esque, but not much internet infrastructure here. And with live streaming, you got to get creative. Get the game on the air and make sure that you guys can see and hear what's going on in a consistent manner. And we thank you for hanging on with us throughout this contest. A beautiful night for football from Atco, New Jersey. A huge turnout.
Will be from the 35-yard line.
About as packed as I've seen the crowd here at Winslow in the last 5 years, at least. Onside kick again, and man, the whistle will blow it dead. It's another flag against Winslow. Trying to recover an onside kick. It's about their only hope left. Going to have to recover 2 of them, in fact.
Another 5-yard penalty against the Eagles, who will now be kicking off from the.
But 21 points against this Cedar Creek team. It has been a pretty good offensive showing considering what Cedar Creek has done to their opponents this year. Going to be another onside kick attempt for Winslow. Can they be on time with this one? Timmy Bright is the kicker. And it looks like they're going straight for that right side. And it's actually a pretty good kick, but it's recovered well by Daniel Martinez. Martinez has been a stalwart on the defensive side of the football, and how about special teams making a play to pretty much seal the deal for Cedar Creek. 2:42 left. And out comes the Cedar Creek offense. Landicini, Juquan Howard, and company to put the finishing touches on an impressive win for Cedar Creek. Only 7 points on the board in the first half. It looked like it was going to be a defensive battle.
2 minutes and 42 seconds remaining in tonight's contest.
Cedar Creek winning the battle in the trenches here in the second half and taking advantage of maybe some tired Eagle legs, as Juquan Howard has had himself a nice ball game here. Going to get the carry, and he is hit right at the line of scrimmage. Samaj Black in on the stop. Winslow will call timeout. Fight to the very end. And with 2:35 left, 1 timeout remaining for Winslow. Kenny Scott, head coach for the Winslow Township Eagles, and these are the moments where your head coach really earns his keep. Down by 14 points. It's been a tough contest for this team. making sure that your team is fighting until the last whistle blows. .235 left, 2nd and 9. Juquan Howard is the running back, and Juquan Howard has the football. Gain of 4, Winslow timeout. It's the last one, 2:28 left.
Timeout. Defense.
Couple turnovers in the third quarter is really what flipped the script for Hamas Duran and the Winslow Eagles.
Third and
The
7
interception by Elijah Smalls, and then Duran
at the 38.
on the next drive for Winslow, trying to get back into the game. Able to accumulate some chunk yardage, but then a ball that just slipped out of the hands of the quarterback Duran, and that gave Cedar Creek the ball back. They scored another touchdown, and the Pirates have been smooth sailing here in half number 2. There's Emerald Mitchell. He's played a good game. Linebacker for Winslow. 6'1", 215-pound senior. And it's 3rd and 7 out of the final Winslow timeout. JoJo Bermudez not going to get there. The tackle made by Cameron Brown.
Ramirez on the carry. Gain of 2 yards on the play. Go 4th down. 6, 7.
Under 2 minutes to play. Delay of game against Cedar Creek. They'll just take the penalty and punt the football.
The clock for 138. 138.
1:38 on the clock. Here comes the punt on 4th and 12. JoJo Bermudez is the punter. And Bermudez into the end zone for a touchback. Almost with the coffin corner.
To the end zone.
But it'll go out for a touchback. Got to look at Zaire Pilgrim for Cedar Creek. So potentially the final drive here for Winslow. Still a 2-score game. First and 10 from the 20. Touchback in the NFL now 25, but still here at the high school level, it's a 20. It's at the 20 where you start after a touchback. So Hamas Duran back out on the field. Pumps, fires. Looking for his man on the slant route, Trey Simmons. JoJo Bermudez on the coverage says no.
Attempt made to
2nd and 10.
Simmons. 2nd down and 10. 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining in the game.
Trey Simmons becoming one of the top options for Winslow. No Trey Thorpe. He's down with injury. 1:21 left. So here's Duran with 5 wide. He looks. He fires over the head of Trey Simmons. And right in front of our camera against Sky. Down on the game cam, we got another Sky up on our camera number 1. And again, a big thanks to Norm Ingram and the Winslow Township broadcast class. Here working as the Play-by-Play Sports Network crew, our director, Ethan Carpenter. Simon Rosenwasser here with you as Winslow has a 3rd and 10 with 1:15 left. Duran steps up through the pressure, going to tuck it and run, looking for that first down marker, loses the football right at it, and will be marked 2 yards short, and it'll bring up a 4th down and 2. Clock stops at 1:06. This game had a good pace to it in the first half. But, yeah, the pace of play has certainly slowed here in the second half. Much more stoppages. And with Winslow trying to get back into the game, they've been trying to conserve time their last few possessions. 4th and 2. 35-21, and 4th and 2 here for Winslow. Duran, again, it's 5 wide. No running back since Thorpe went out. Going to complete Cam Miller, the freshman. Ball will be marked at the 38-yard line, and the clock stops for the spot, and we'll resume now with a 1st and 10.
The 39-yard line.
High snap, Duran escapes the pressure. Now will fire, looking, and flag comes out. Trey Simmons battling with JoJo Bermudez.
Penalty on the play.
And the penalty going to get called against JoJo Bermudez. Not a spot foul, as it is at the NFL level, of course. 15-yard penalty against Cedar Creek.
Ball will be placed at the 46-yard line of 47-yard line.
So 1st and 10.
Of Cedar Creek.
Thorpe has been the man that Duran's been looking for. This time he goes on a slant route to Jacob Mitchell. And Mitchell receives right at the sticks.
To number 4, Jacob Mitchell.
The clock stopped, but it shouldn't have because there wasn't a first down.
1 yard.
And that's got to be a flag. They're going to throw it. Cam Miller gets a shove in the back from DeJuan Palmer. So Cedar Creek with a couple of pass interference plays here on this final drive. 32 seconds left. 24 seconds should be on the clock, and there it is. Chains move. Let's see where they spot the football. The 23-yard line is where Winslow will have a 1st and 10. Here in the final seconds. Duran, the fire. Mitchell for a touchdown, Winslow. Jacob Mitchell, the 4th Winslow Eagle to score.
Pass from number 11, Hamas Duran, to number 4, Jacob Mitchell for a Winslow Township High School touchdown.
So now Winslow down by 8. It's a 1-possession game, only 14 seconds left. The Eagles will go for 2. And this one is knocked away. It'll remain an 8-point game, 14 seconds left, so we'll go through the whole song and dance with an onside kick upcoming here for Winslow. As the intended target, as you see there, number 6, James Wilson Jr. So 27 points before the game. If you ask Winslow, they'd probably be pretty happy with that total against this Cedar Creek defense, but a 35 spot on the board for Cedar Creek. So Winslow really can only hope for an onside kick and one last chance. To potentially tie the game. They would have to convert on a 2-point conversion if they did happen to get into the end zone again. Timmy Bright is the kicker. Good onside kick. Ball is loose. Cedar Creek's got it. Once again, Daniel Martinez recovering the onside kick. Sure hands from number 14. He's been sort of an unsung hero tonight. And one more kneel down for Cedar Creek, and the Pirates will move to 8-0 on the year. Spoiling homecoming here for Winslow. So right at midfield is where the Cedar Creek Pirates will kneel it down. That's the ball game. Cedar Creek on the road, a 35-27 final. Congratulations to Cedar Creek. What a performance in the second half. 13-7 they trailed at halftime, and 35-27 they win.
Thank you to everyone coming out tonight.
So again, a huge thanks as we look at midfield, the handshake there. Winslow still onward, going to have a chance to play some postseason football. Remember, next week, Holy Spirit will have that for you here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. But again, for our student crew from Winslow Township High School, you look at the upcoming schedule for Winslow Township, Holy Spirit, and then some playoff games, which we'll also have for you on PBPSN. St. Joseph, that game will be on Thanksgiving Eve. Kenny Scott will talk to his squad after a tough loss. It was a big opportunity for Winslow, but the story, Cedar Creek remaining undefeated. Again, for our student crew here from Winslow Township High School, our director, Ethan Carpenter, my name's Simon Rosenwasser. We will see you next week, Winslow versus Holy Spirit, as the final is 35-27. Cedar Creek improves to 8-0 as Winslow drops to 5-2 on the year. We'll see you next time, and so long, everyone, here from ATCO.